Good evening, good evening, good evening. I am Sentient Dessert. Welcome to my channel. I had a lot more fun with Sunless Sea yesterday than I thought I would. Um, I expected to have fun, but I did not expect to actually really get into it. So I'm back here again with this, and we shall see how we do. I'm extremely tired right now, so it might be a bit... I don't know what the word is, but yeah, we'll get into it in a moment. Uh, Looking forward to some other projects that are in the works. For the channel, I'm looking at, again, getting back into Final Fantasy XIV and having fun with that. 7 Days to Die is still on the table. I'm looking for something else to play. Something that would be good multiplayer, that's more cooperative and not, attack or hinder your friends slash opponents. So, um, yeah, if you have any suggestions, go ahead and leave them. Um, People come back and look at these videos a few years from now, if I actually get people watching. It will be fun, hopefully. But it has rolled over to starting time, so we're going to get back into Sunless Sea. Sunless Sea is a wonderful storytelling game, so I will do my best to what is on the screen in a variety of voices, because that's fun for me. Right, let us the volume back to normal. Go. Right. Continue. Just about to leave, I believe. Oh, you're a real sailor now after all. You could go to one of those tobacco and prey places by the docks, but the prices at Clathermont's are reasonable, and his daughters are real artists. But what sign will you choose? Oh, let's go with this. In 2 iron total. The gold needle pricks, Lily Clathermont hums, and the design is complete. Scales mapping your fingers like a gauntlet. Wear it proudly. Need a reliable agent, failing that an inventive one. Here are my requirements. He has a very specific needs, but he'll pay very much more than market rates. He won't ask how you came by these things. Hit something forlorn. I do not have the items. Perhaps not. Can I visit the wharf again? I shall escort someone in the market. Puppet plays, press on uninterrupted. Nothing. Alright, perhaps not. God. Love to upgrade. It'll be a while before I can upgrade, but that's okay. Where are we heading? Toward north all the way, so let's go south all the way. See what we can find out here on the ocean. Is some distance here southeast. Not visited Quaker's Haven, I don't think. Stop in here, get the dock report. Sailor is braying. I really hope after playing this it does not affect how I pronounce certain words. Quaker's Haven. Oh no, I was here. Pick up the cat. I lost supplies. Okay, shops? No shops. Don't worry, Quaker's Haven. Visit the hilltop above town. You stand on a cliff top looking over the little village. Smoke from the chimney of the Cock and Magpie drifts straight upwards. As you watch, the smoke tilts, the sudden wind thins it to a pencil smudge. Then nothing. The wind screams unexpectedly like a god cut in half. What a noise. It must be the caves around the island channeling the air. At least, that's the most comforting explanation. Below you, the locals take nips from a shared flask and make a toast toward the mainland. The wind is southerly. Gained terror. More fragments. Supplies from the dockside stall. Need supplies. Expensive. Let's visit. Nothing much there. Okay. Set it later. Little ships throng waters here. The crew grows wistful. Coupled stories of sunlit sea. Ooh. A crab over here. That's probably some supplies. For supplies. Doesn't actually give me supplies, just gets me hunger. Make mental note of that. Yep, near the beginning. second captain on this voyage. My map. Thus far. Still learning and having fun as I go. Now I have a Z story. Wonderful. Yanadi Harbor. Right. I traveled to the surface. Okay. Into the surface gossip. Hard game ends badly when one surface sailor knifes another for all the usual reasons. The other players scrabble for the coins that spill from her pockets, snatch up a scrap of paper they overlook. Curious markings, dates, times, code names. Spy work? Yeah, the jellyfish, at least I know not to fire immediately now. I was firing as soon as it became available and missing completely, and now I died on the first captain. Other information for the gates open and shut, the locks remain free from sabotage. Shops and see if we can... expensive stuff. Fog. You heading south. Wonderful bit of information. That does not look fun. Oh, I'm curious what happens when you go into it. Very curious. Bugle's Bluff. No. We're just getting down. Away from me. That's quite a range. Alright. Agent Officer, the Irrepressible Cannoneer. Pocket of Hunger is the Parliament of Flies. Pocket of Hungers with its spires and sigils. Is it a parody of the Bazaar? Today flies fill its arcades. Buzz buzz. Have supplies. That's what I need. there's anything else here. Station of the Republic are overwhelming. The desire for years. That is a hatred for fountains. Here is an emotion that can only be expressed mathematically. Now you are awash with a nostalgia for the hatching of the egg. Write it down. Write it all down. Perhaps you'll be rid of it. Yes. Look there. Oops. Need to go north and get supplies. That little cat cost me a lot. Up in at Giannotti and pick one up and then farther north. Or we'll just see what's in the whirlpool. I'm okay with this. Okay. Yeah, whirlpool was nothing. Not really sure I want to find out what happens when you run out of supplies. A game like this, you could turn into the meal. Surface. Challenge. Eat in the challenge, yes. I've lost 5 hull. Wonderful. My lovelies, we're almost back to London. Messages for the Harbor Master. Right, shops. Sell the sapphires. Wine. Ah. Not much of a profit from that one. Create a few souls. Buy one and see. However, of some supplies. Admiral's office. Full. Very good. Yard. Not the shipyard. Rose Market. Oh. Great game. You breathe against the glass of a display cabinet, and the bespectacled visitor scribbles down the words, trace into condensation. And light flashes and dark glasses, and he tucks the note into his breast pocket. Understood. Thank you. He sits a heavy purse on the cabinet and leaves without another word. In favor for that. Okay. How do I get dry dock? Dry dock. There we go. For that much, it's worth it. Back to the shops, we buy one more supplies. More supplies. More fuel. Are old. I think if I go to Rowena's Rocks, no, Quaker's Haven, I can put the Tale of Terror to use. And scare that scary little man that tries to rob us. dead giant crab. I'll dissect it. Welcome back. Let's see if we can't scare that little man on the sea. Or the shore. Ah, not the same event. As you prepare to go ashore, your first officer salutes. Captain, four of the crew intend to perform a concert. On the Z shore, you and I are both invited to attend. I think I'll just attend it for now. It'll be good for the morale, and perhaps some of them can actually carry a tune. The cook has converted pots into kettle drums. The quartermaster has improvised panpipes. That squint-eyed fellow from Shepherd's Wash has brought out an actual fiddle. They set up on the dark beach by torches on poles and do 8 folk songs. Mischievous musical hall number called The Empress Likes Them Quiet. And an odd, restless little tune like a caged cat. My own composition, the washman confides. Honestly, they're not very good. They are unrehearsed and uneven, and the presence of something serpentine in the surf puts them off. But those homely sounds here on the deep's doorstep, something about it lifts the heart. Back to the fisherman. Back to the fisherman. Pirates plying the waves, smugglers at their work. Ah, port report. Perhaps not now. Shall return at another time. If I send out a bat, it's going to tell me about that place. Not. No. That's good. To the wilder airs meet airs of the near reaches. Neo's gate, named for the navigator lost above. Are his bones come below? Oh. I don't want to fight that, do I? It can see me. Somewhere to the east. That looks like a friendly place. Anything down here can be called friendly. Iron and Misery Company. Plunging station. Key with the factor. Explore the island. Accept a volunteer. That one. Have tea with the factor. The poor fellow needs the company, and he can spare an hour away from his schedule. You sit on the veranda of the factory house, looking over the fungal jungle. An expanse of green and sour gold. The air is thick with hovering spores. The scones are stale. Even the tea has a hint of mildew. Oh. That... I've had bad tea, but not mildewed tea. But the factor is good company. He shares odd stories about the ice and roses of Irem, monstrosities of the Sea of Lilies, and a little restaurant in Venderbite, where he enjoyed the most extraordinary seafood. Thunderbite, I know. I've never met a tomb called... Excuse me. I've never met a tomb colonist who could cook. But you must visit the place. Do you know it? You also had a load of bulbous frond carted aboard your ship. He waves away your thanks. I've eaten so much of this stuff, I fear that I might be transformed entirely into fungus. Leans confidently towards you. It happens, you know. But one does have to eat rather a lot of it first. One supply. Good. Been told of a restaurant in Venderblight. Shall have to go there again. Got it. Thank you. Get a port report. And gather supplies. I was unlucky. Spores lie thick on your face. They coat your tongue. One crewman begins to whimper. They've reached my heart. I think I'll be a harvest yet. Harvest yet! Have to drag him back to the ship before he's calm again. Oh, I can keep doing it. I'll try again. Unlucky again. Third time's the charm. Third time is the charm. Alright. Shops. Oh. Expensive. That's us. It's stale. Go south. We need to reach the south part of the map. Where to wreck? Wreck of the Miko. Oh. Not something I was expecting. As long as we can get behind it, it can't get behind us. Got you trapped. Shooting fish in a barrel. That's not good. Oh good, it's just passing by. Spoils of war. I now have one white and gold watching you. Ah. Okay. I now have one bale of parabola linen. Now, let's inspect the wreck like we came here to do. can't. Yes, I did see that that stuff does sell well, so it's good to have it. Have to be at the right dock for it to sell well. Like an island of some sort. That looks like the dock. The Utter Shroom. Visit the shroom top. There's something different about this patch of mushroom rind. It's crumbly, friable. You dig into it, and a rich, appley smell emerges from beneath. You found a pocket of different fungus stuff, pale green and delicious. Your crew scoops it in buckets. Embedded in it are fruit. Solace fruit. They grow in swamps far, far from here. That's peculiar. I can sell those. Let us visit the village. Central contradiction of Shroomer existence. They hate the Utter Shroom, but they'd do anything to avoid leaving. Monsters, today. They're telling a story of how they came here. It features a shipwreck, a rain of orange jewels, a mother's blessing. There's a great deal about adversity and survival. The wistful hints about their homeland, somewhere to the west. Won't have honey. Gather intelligence. Villagers live a shabby but sufficient life the Utter Shroom provides. They are secretive, taciturn, incurious. Ships rarely visit. Gaggle of blemigans, purple-tentacled fungus things, follow you down the rope to your ship. Whistling cheerfully. Blemigans are vicious little monsters usually, but the ones on the Utter Shroom seem friendly. If they trouble you, you should probably throw them overboard. Okay. Urge your Blemigan Gallivanter to explore. Why not? Your ever-present Blemigan is, for once, nowhere to be seen. The engine room is quiet. Your maps are exactly as you left them, but not one is defaced, or crumpled into a ball. Finally, you spot the tip of a tendril poking out from under a pile of unwashed clothing. Your Blemigan indicates that under no circumstances whatsoever will it be emerging. What could be so bad about the Utter Shroom? Did the other mushrooms bully it? Alright. Okay, no shops, but we did replenish some supplies. The Utter Shroom. They probably laughed at its mustache. They're envious that they cannot grow one themselves. Or draw one. Ah, no, 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 no. Nope, nope, nope. Run away, run away, run away. Probably not the best idea. Light off, maybe? Leave me alone. Go away, crab. Yeah, if I'd seen that like 30 seconds ago, that would probably be a useful thing to do. But it's lost interest now, so I think I'm good. Ah. I tried to get sucked down into a whirlpool earlier, but it didn't work. Ah. Oh, no, no, no. How do we stop? Oh. I did not realize. Doomed supplies. Good to use if you've got a surplus. Distance to the west, Grand Geode. Grand Geode. Well, because it looks like a geode. Or maybe not. Yep, Grand Geode. Let's speak with somebody in authority. The Commodore shakes your hand warmly. He's a handsome, open-faced fellow in an immaculate Navy uniform. His office is equally handsome. It overlooks the glittering interior, Crystal Cliff. It must be as well lit as any in the Neath. He deflects questions about the purpose of this installation. Classified, you know, but smilingly offers you tea, biscuits, and mineralogical anecdotes. The biscuits are good, but the anecdotes rather blend one into the next. Find yourself nodding, and then jerk suddenly awake. The Commodore is smiling. Your cup is empty. You feel well, very well, a little euphoric. Come back soon, he says softly. It's funny, the Geode, there was a One-Piece short released many years ago that's like a dance party, and it's like an entire island that's enclosed in a disco ball. So, kind of reminds me of that. Let us... Yes. Marines are watching. Put a Blemmigan ashore. The Blemmigan whirls cheerfully and erratically across the quay. Apparently bewildered by the play of colored lights, the Marine watches with some alarm as it approaches. He raises a boot and stamps hard on the dazed creature. As you leave the scene, he fastidiously wipes violet blood from his soul. That was rather full. Dark spectacled woman. Now have the Carnelian exile. Here I am. Ship, I suppose, is both always here and never there. Because there becomes here. Oh goody, somebody speaks in riddles. Shops. Shops available. Else. Perhaps not. More exploring. Almost to the south. Sounds like it'll be a fun place to come back to when I've got more stories to unlock there. Do I want to know what that is? Is that a ghost ship of some sort? I think we've reached the bottom of the map. Have we? Glorious Dreadnought. Guessing it wants to sink me. I can skirt around it. Turns towards me, this might be a very short trip. Sun, the sun, what ever-loving hell is that? Dawn machine. No place to land, so I will come back to this. Guessing that's guarding that. Please let me slip by. Don't see me. Don't see me. It doesn't see me. Good. Did I skip a port? Did I? No, I did not. That's the G. Like sailing off the edge of the world, ain't it? Horrors below. Sailors at the rail call softly. Something swims beneath the ship. I saw it looking at us, one says, his voice a tremble. I'll risk it. It comes dripping from the sea, sleek as a seal, but its eyes are faceted. One sailor covers his ears. I swear, he says afterwards, I heard it scream like a woman. I now have a strange catch. I've gained one terror. I am almost at capacity for terror, I think. Oh, there's another one of those dreadnoughts. At a wide berth. Bookery. I don't know, this is a game that just, like, invites you to use accents when you read. At least reading it out loud. Highest is 100, I'm at 468. Wonder what happens at 100. I'm guessing nothing good. Ah, the veils are helping me. Good to know. Reminds me of the Fire Nation. Alright, let's see what you people have to say to me. Iron Republic. Unlocked with 70 terror. I have 70. Okay. Your fears line up with the quay, waiting. As you touch the dock, your fear leaps fondly into your waiting arms. They dissolve. Gather the oily scraps they left. Oh. Oh. A lot of fragments. Parliament of Flies. File a port report. Lost 2 pages. Trying to sting, wax, or leave water. But you can. The third paragraph buds eyes. The date is fundamentally wrong. Full stop. Bite you. You do what you can. Writing is something else. Let's see what happens with the Blemigan goes ashore here. The Blemigan spins boldly down the gangplank. It seems startled when it meets itself on the quay twice. Its duplicates bob solicitously like ambassadors greeting their peers. And continue past it, up into your ship. The first Blemigan vanishes into the crowd. The other two peer up at you as if to say, "Are we quite finished here?" I've not... So I lost 1 Blemigan. And gained 2. Okay. Okay. Ooh, good place to buy fuel. Not a good place to sell the bale. think it's time to head back to the Admiral. Drop off some reports. Still. Nope, I'm gonna run. Catch. Oh, I'm not gonna do that. That's got quite a range on it. Suck them into Adam's doom. Don't want to deal with the jellyfish. Why are you coming near me? Go away. Burn. There you go. Nasty little blighters. Stop in and get a court report just so we can get some more money. And for surface gossip. Court report. Should I put a Blemmigan ashore here? Why not? It'll go to the surface. Place is stone and iron. Even Blemmigans cannot set root here. Okay, perhaps not. I see, so I'm spreading them out to make them grow on new lands. Sounds like Quaker's Haven could use a Blemmigan then. Ever played a game called Star Control? Well, Star Control had a, the second game at least, had a mushroom-like race that were obsessed with basically spreading their spores throughout the entire universe. So anytime there's like the spreading of mushrooms, it's always Juffawup, which is what they called it in the game. The first game is actually fun. The second game is one of the best ever made. So if you get a chance and you can find the second game, Star Control 2, it's like this, but it has a structured story, but a linear timeline. So if you don't do things by a certain date, the game will pretty much. We are going to propagate a Blemmigan. A fisherman watches the violet shape scurry off down the beach. Ain't right, he says severely. Tain't natural. Worse than dandelions. I've lost one, but I've gained one propagation. Wander along the shore. Look, can't do it, so I will just... Lost. Wow. 79 terror. Not much else I can do here. It's old enough that it's classified as abandonware. So you can probably find it on some of the sites that carry that. And don't confuse it for the one that's being offered on Steam, which I would love to play more of, but it's just, it crashes too much to be worthwhile. On a light ship, like the ones that were farther south, or that? I mean this, right? As a light ship? Okay. Noted, don't put Blemigans on ships. We'll see how a Blemigan does in London. We're back. And I have one Menace's Nightmare Strength. Alright. Collect messages from the Harbor Master. Something has changed underneath. Someone wants to sign on. Little gift. Inquire further. He runs a very fine, very liberal establishment just across the river, what is much patronized by sailors and men of wit and vinegar. And public house, and there is no obligation to speak of. My patron would hope only that you might remember him kindly, and I suppose that if the opportunity should arise for you to return his kindness, then I do not imagine he would refuse your offer. Alright, what's he want me to do? I'll accept it. I have suspicion. Of course I do. Cannot do this yet. London. Grey coat clad figure waits. I shall deliver the Blemigans. I propagate here. Your Blemigans swirl across the dock like clawed and violet fog. Up into the grey coat like squirrels into a shrub. Thank you all. The figure flutes. We have something for you, and we wanted you to have this, our work. Though it's unsigned, of course. It retreats into the dockside mist, leaving behind a dank odor. A packing crate, and some lovely poetry. Oh, what is in the crate? What is in the crate? $16 fuel. Not sure I follow that. If I wait for something awaits you in the port. Light on the logbook. The Admiralty and turn in our wonderful, wonderful surveys. You get a new favor every time you report from someplace new, it seems. Yep. Okay. That's a nice little feature. Creates a sense of urgency in the game. For those of you that don't know what I'm talking about, I'll read the message. Weird feature, if you wait a certain amount of time away from any ports, and you get a message something awaits you, which unlocks certain stories in ports, and it's time sensitive. Don't get back uh before you get to London, you won't get to do the messages from the Harbor Master storylines. Something to look out for. Alarming Scholar. What should I do? What should I do? Got many of these. Are these useful for other things? They are. Wait for now. At the Roser Wharf. Nothing. Wait. We're in London. Hmm. Shops. Ooh. Sell me some Paulus fruit. Is it worth it to sell it here, or is there a place that will sell it higher? Oh! New weapons. I didn't know. Are these just other items that you can buy and sell? Nope, it's new weapons. Have got that one equipped. Back to the shops and realize this. I wasn't aware that you could upgrade the ship. Like something new for me. I'm back weapon. That is what we have. Worth it to increase the damage just a bit. Oh, so forward does not... Got it. But it takes one torpedo component to use that one. That one does not say it uses. I think that one might actually be better. Alright, let's get eyes. We've got... Let's head north. Oh, I've got to equip it, don't I? Oh, I don't have a forward slot on this. I just have the... Okay. They have a deck. Wish I'd known that. No worries. We visit the Weird Sisters again. At least I have the weapon for when I do have a forward slot. I think a new ship is going to be my next goal. The parlor is empty. Where are the sisters? The maid makes it clear, through a series of unwelcoming growls, that Phoebe, Lucy, and Cynthia are all three indisposed. No lunch today, apparently. You ask the self-ride maiden to carry a few hints of your news to the sisters. Oddly enough, she comes back with a message that their headaches are cured and you're invited to lunch. It's the... I don't think I've gone with yet. Lucy leans over and whispers, "You confidentially. Complex story about a butler, a pig, and an inheritance. You don't follow all the details of the plot, but somehow the pig ends up in an attic and the butler in a vicar's bed. Candles flicker, dishes enter and leave, and the wind butts gently at the window panes. By the time the plum pudding arrives, you are as cheerful as you've been in months." Wonderful. Reconnoiter the island. At least it's some money when I get back. We need to go to Vendor Bite because we heard about the restaurant. Let's find out if these bandage wearers, these mummy men, actually make food. Soundtrack is really fitting for it. That's what you mean. Something awaits you in port. A vast eye, it knows you, cannot evade its gaze. Again and again you are alone on the wide black Z. The eye is aware. Your nightmare will come on you from time to time, inspiring terror. Gain restful nights at your lodgings to help resist it. You defeat it, you may gain a secret. So that lantern, does it only get affected by London, or is it any ship, any place that you set into port? Any port. Okay. Oh, wow. That's a very complex one. Let's visit the restaurant. At the twisty tip of an odd little side street, welcoming yellow light glows from the lettered windows of a restaurant. Sign reads, Vengeance of Jonah. Oh, okay. A beefy tomb colonist bustles up. A grey mustache pokes impertinently out from under his bandages. Come in, come in! Sample today special. The food here is exceptional. Do not need to fear poisoning or boredom. Offer a strange catch. Pay a small fee in return for some material. I suppose it's worth it. A find. Oh yes, this one is interesting. Certain of the organs may be consumed only if boiled in the beast's own venom. They're remarkably nutritious, although the taste does rather linger. Lord, it does linger. Move on. Move on, taste. Move on. Or... Oh... Would I risk it? I actually had more success with the lower the percentage of chance of success, but I don't want to. Yeah, we'll see first. Clayson Stoker sits on a comfortable looking stone. It rolls over, tipping him into an unseen pit of sorrow spiders, who swarm over him, pump him full of venom, and fight over his eyes. By the time you've recovered his body for burial, the peace of the afternoon is quite soured. Oh, wonderful. Well, at least he died the way he lived, being eaten by spiders. Okay, Z Captain as the first curator gives audience. Need all of the colors to one. Ask about the sanatorium, but I don't have any of the colors. Else. Nothing else. Shops. Vision of the surface sells for 15. Oh, I can sell tomb colonists for 15 as well. Right, let's head farther north. Or... well, let's head the east. We got enough fuel and sailors to go for a while. Or fuel and supplies. Sailors too, but... see something spinning, I want to go over it. It's probably a bad impulse in a game like this. Lightnings crawl leash up the funnel. Saint Erasmus is dancing, the cry goes up. Burning blue. A hiss of horror from the lookout. The glim lamp at the front of the ship is sputtering and arcing, fizzing with blue light. Even as you watch, the blue light fades, but it's not a good omen. Darkness beneath is more than the absence of light, it's a presence. Yes, we've had this one. I have not visited one of these ships before. Need recent news. Or money. Okay. No worries. I remember dial-up, so Wi-Fi might be spotty, but it's still leagues ahead of where it used to be. Oh, there are no islands within range. A bat with longer range. Well, we'll keep going this direction until we hit 15 fuel. Oh, an island. And a jellyfish. Yeah, I suppose it does look like a crab cake. Found a port. It's on the other side of the island, isn't it? See what we get. Fuel. Shepherd Isles. Unlocked with Terror 1. You have 56. Tales of Standing Stones. I gain another tale of terror. They were sisters from the Sisterhood over on Abbey Rock. Came here hunting a renegade who served the god called Stone. Ran her to ground here and she called on the god. And the god struck them all to pillars of rock. Stand close and quiet. You'll hear them weeping. Pilot port report. Nothing else here. Find the light on the rocks. Okay. I shall do that next time I cross a rock. Machinery hums behind steel walls. Train your telescopes on the shore. You stand on the high point of your ship and look to the shore. There's a steepled building on the horizon, by far the largest thing in sight. No cross marks the top of it, nor any symbol you recognize. No way in. The metal sheet is steel hard and icy cold to the touch. Attempts with chisels and crowbars fail. Perhaps if you could bring the ship's gun to bear, but no. No evidence. Walk the quays looking for any sign that might show what sort of ship docks here and what they deliver, but you find nothing conclusive. Not even so much as a smear of pitch or a damp footprint. If any ship but yours has ever been tied here, in recent days it has left no evidence. Yeah, didn't expect shops. I'll have all this to explore. Make a little tiny, like, zigzag and then head to Inati Harbor. I like all the different sides, the stories that unlock. It's nice to have the little threads to follow. And going from point A to point B actually has, like, advancement of storyline. Whereas many games, you go from point A to point B, and it's like, oh, well, if you want to continue that, you've got to go over to point C, and then maybe point D. Oh, what have we here? I see what you mean. Salt lions. We get funding from the bazaar, it's true, but Station 4? I wouldn't call us Station 4. It's a little grandois. The stones are stuffed with secrets, but most of them are used as garden statuary or cult basalt. Most of them. Some go down to the places under the bazaar. More tea cakes? Why does it feel like my fragments are constantly changing? Am I getting secrets and not knowing it? Okay, yes I am. Okay. Didn't know this. Let us see what we can do. Oh, she looks like a vampire. Lies and Enigma. Okay. Guessing Searing Enigma is like a secret, but a little bit stronger. Okay. I was trying to find... Okay. Makes sense. Oh, really? Okay. Proposition the clouderly air. Clatterly air. I'm having difficulty with the word. She undresses you and stands scowling at you as if choosing where to make an incision. Then, fingertips and the point of her tongue. She is not exactly impatient, but determined and precise. She knows exactly what will produce the most intense sensation. Your vision blackens near the end, but she never quite goes too far. When you are drained and too dizzy to move, she gives you a smug look that you can only possibly interpret as affection. Okay. I have fraternized with one of my officers. I don't know if that would cause me to lose fear. No more than 49. I've got 34. On shadow. It's like the flit at Z, right? No one to tell you what to say or do, and no one to kick you downstairs just because you got a little bit tall. I'll be a faithful officer, but put me ashore at the shadow, and I won't forget you. So she wants to go to the shadow. Oh wow, veils can go up quite a bit. Kind of like having veils. Got 60 veils, which is... Secrets are only used for this, correct? Basically experience points being... secrets are only used for upgrading officers. Okay. We'll raise our... Oh, nope, nope. Wrong button. Oh. Ore is below. Bring out the nets. Ah well. No harm in trying. Probably because at that point you don't have to use them on your officers anymore and they just collect. That's what I would guess. Nope, 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 nope. That thing will eat me. I do kind of wish that you could bring up a mini-map. Wow, that traveled fast. The factory might get some more. Gain some fragments. Eyes. The report, as always. Can't do that. Something else in here. Find what's in there. No, no, no. There's got to be something in here. Even if it's pirates, I can sink a new ship. It does have a bit of a steep learning curve, but once you know the basics, the entire thing becomes easier. And again, thank you for telling me some of the basics. Oh, that was good. That was definitely good. And 2 more fuel. Let's visit the poorly named Massey's Shaft. Or kill another pirate. Not a pirate. Oh, I was wrong. Crack pirate frigate. I thought pirates were more into rum than crack. So a crack pirate might be a bit scarier than your normal pirate. Yeah, the game could definitely use some AI improvements for the ships. So with how long it's been out, I don't think they're going to do something like that. Just extremely easy to kill some of these ships. Supplies and 1 fuel. Ooh, their Tale of Terror. Can't land on this. We will go around. I will have to check that out in the future. Vader's Mourn. I think I visited this place in the previous incarnation. Born as a stalagmite, vast as a crag. Evening with the errant limpet. Not have enough echo for that. Explore the morn. Explore the morn. Oh, I shall turn the situation around. Fresh from the sea. He has experienced horror and wonder, but so have you, and your tale is so much the fresher. You wrestle with each other's histories until at last he concedes. Here, he says, this is where it all began, with the astronomer and the... I'm gonna struggle saying that. Ephemerides? He whispers in your ear. I lost a Z story, I lost a tale of terror, lost 2 terror. I gained 50 fragments. Afternoon at the errant limpet. Good for decreasing terror. Refuse to pay for... Yeah, I'll pay. Completed your commission. Return to the Admiralty. A very modest challenge. Okay, let us attempt to gather intelligence. Steaming bathhouse on... Ah, yes. I remember this. Shops. Brilliant souls. Unstamped crate of human souls. I just have a crate of human souls. Nothing much to do here. Okay. Something in here. Let's explore. Okay. And how would one go about turning two strategic information into vital intelligence? Okay, let's check the hold and see if there's anything I can interact with. 60 echoes. Oh! Oh, very nice. But does it only give Fallen London? Yeah, only Fallen London. Okay. I'm guessing using it would cause it to say that I need another one, right? The little things that you learn. Looks like I might have been wrong. Not seeing anything else out here. Perhaps a nice pirate will appear and let me send them to Davy Jones's locker. Risk, a discreet opportunity is... Okay. Why not? She's made up the operating table with a couple of towels, one spread over the surface and the other folded into a pillow. I like to give instructions, she says, settling herself on the surface. It's not a reflection on your skills. The bowl over there is for you to soak your hands. The water is icy. I like a cold touch, but don't go numb. Wow. Oh, I kind of wish I hadn't unlocked this one, but... Wrong, but funny, and... yeah, wrong. The ship's surgeon is a necrophile. Got it. Yeah, 25 terror. That's actually really good. Right, we've cleared out everything. I'm gonna go hit, I hit Gator's Morn. I did hit Gator's Morn. We're just going to head back to London. me in port. Oh, oh. I saw ya. You're not getting away from me. Oh, more crack pirates. I've ruined that for you, haven't I? The one in the crow's nest is the most jittery of all. Ooh. Oh. That is expensive. I'm glad I did that. But Coke has a different meaning. Just like crack has a different meaning, of course. I played Final Fantasy XIV, and when it first came out, one of the things that you could get at the top level to craft better weapons and better gear was Coke. So yeah, I basically became a... I got most of my fortune by selling Coke early on in the game. Which sounds horrible because it makes you think cocaine, but no, I'm selling like actual, you know, carbonized material from the earth. And we're home. Oh, wow. Why don't I have the option of nothing to hide? Okay, that's why I don't have the option to cover things up. Okay. Harbor Master messages. Continue. Alright, good evening, citizen, and what a marvelous evening it is if you don't mind my saying so, and given it is my impression that you are an obliging sort, I imagine you will not mind at all. And since you are so very obliging, perhaps you wouldn't mind making a little detour via Mount Palmerston with a few articles of cargo, if you happen to be in the area. The cheery man will, of course, cover your expenses for this trifling inconvenience. Okay. Unstamped crate of brilliant souls. Mount Palmerston. Have I even unlocked Mount Palmerston? I have not, so I need to find Mount Palmerston. Tigers, not yet. Dwarf, no. Alright. Have anything to go with the... We need to go and talk to the... Pass on strategic information. No, we want to hang on to that to vital. Submit my port reports. Mount Palmerston is up north. Is it always up north? Or did you see it last time? Okay. Okay. Hmm. Enderbite. Station 3. Ooh, a lot of echoes for that one. Those gates. Anything in particular they need? Okay. I will wait to give in the vital intel. I shall be seeking that out probably next. Browse the docks. Sea shanties, fine food, and the warmth of a pub fire. And something more. I now have one recent news. Will help me. Trouble in romance. That night in Wolf's Stack you find yourself sharing a table with... likely lass, a dapper chap. Someone whose name you do not recall. Let's go with the spy. The next morning she gives you a pewter locket. As you reach for it, she grips it briefly in her fist. Don't you dare forget me, she says. I now have one, a locket of likely lass portrait. They're on more crew. See who awaits my attention. Doctor. A doctor. Already got a doctor. Don't know what their stats are. Perhaps not. Outlandish artifact. Moves in the Great Game. Those come from south. Look at map if we... yeah, they come from Van Horn Harbor, I believe. Shops, that's where I was going. Should I sell the spider silk here? Onto it. Hmm. Have a good night, man. Thank you again. has no idea. If I can get up to 3,000 echoes, I can better shit. Okay. Wow. Right. Well, I hope you enjoyed the stream. I'm gonna be calling it here for the yeah. I'm gonna play this again tomorrow, and we're gonna be going straight for place where this is supposed to go. Colonel favors. A mountain of some sort. Mount Palmerston, where we're going to be heading tomorrow. I'm told that it's on the northern edge of the map, so I'm going up and right. Much like Thomas was alone, always up and always to the right. So, if you enjoyed, please subscribe. Like if you want. If you don't, I'm not going to hold it against you. Yeah. Be kind out there. Have a good solar cycle. Take care of yourself. Take care of others. Be safe. I love you. Love you all. Have a wonderful night. Yeah, definitely enjoying this game.